Today we will talk about the distributive property. First, let's review the commutative property or associative property. On this first question, we have 3 times 5 times c. This can be written so many different ways. We can write with parentheses. We can write with multiplication signs. We're trying to get away from the x, using dots instead as we get to more algebra stuff. Okay, so whatever it is, it doesn't matter. We can simplify by multiplying the 3 times 5. We cannot combine that with the c, so my answer is 15c because 3 times 5. Okay, so now let's jump into the distributive property. Here's what the distributive property tells us. It tells us if we have, and I want you to write this to the side, a times b plus c equals a times b plus a times c. Okay. The same would be a times b minus c equals a times b minus a times c. I am distributing with these. I am taking the a and I am distributing first. A times b minus a times c. So we keep our symbol the same, add or subtract. This only works with multiplying into addition or subtraction. There are so many uses for this. All right, so let's look at this one here. Here we have 6 times 7 minus 4, just written in a little different form with the multiplication sign. You don't really need that. Okay, so if we look over here at our distributive property, this is the same as, well, the a is our 6. So we have 6 times 7 minus 6 times 4. See how we did that? Okay, this next one, we have 4 times 8 plus 3. The 4 is like the A, the 8's like the B, and the 3's like the C. So this is the same as 4 times 8, then plus 4 times 3. All right, question 4. Answer the question below, fill in the blank if necessary. Can this distributive property be used to rewrite this? Well, let's look at a different 7. That has us in the form that we looked up there. Okay, so yeah, we can use the distributive property. So it's the same as 7 times 9 plus 7 times 3. All right, we are just distributing. We're just kind of changing the order of events, our order of operations, which will be very helpful when we get to variables. Question 5, we're going to use the distributive property to remove the parentheses. Okay, so here we have the form 2 times 7. I'm going to put parentheses around it. You wouldn't really need these parentheses because of order of operations, plus 2 times x. Okay, now simplify. 2 times 7 is 14 plus 2x. We can't simplify any shorter than that. We cannot combine these terms. Okay, we're going to use the same type of problem. 2 times x, then we have minus 2 times 8. Again, I can put the parentheses around it like we had earlier, but not always necessary because we know we're going to multiply before we add or subtract. Question 7. So we have 2w plus 2 times 2. So 2w plus 4. All right, this is the distributive property. We're distributing. Okay, question 8. Use the distributive property to remove the parentheses like we've been doing. Then we need to simplify our problem. So now we have some fractions in here. So first we have 15 times 2/5, then plus 15 times 2u. Okay, so 15 times 2/5, same as 15 over 1. Remember, we like to simplify first. The 15 and the 5, we can factor out 5. So that leaves us with 3 and 1. So that leaves us just 3 times 2, which is 6 over 1, or just 6, plus 15 times 2u is 30u. That's my answer, 6 plus 30u. Can't simplify that anymore because we simplified early. All right, let's do this going back to the area model, which we did at the beginning of the year. A rectangle has side lengths of 9 and 47. Here's a rectangle split into 2 smaller rectangles. Find the missing length, then find the areas in square units. Okay, so here we're going to have 9 times 47, which is 40 plus 7. So down here we have 40 and 7. So we expanded 47 out to 40 and 7. Okay, so now we're going to do 9 times 40 plus 9 times 7. I do want you to write all this down. So 9 times 40 is 360. 9 times 7 is 63. So inside my model over here, I should write 360 and 63. Then for my final answer, I can just combine those two. We can combine 360 plus 63, which will give you 423. All right. Question 10 is similar, but just bigger. Okay, so first we're going to expand out 6,725 to 6,000 plus 700 plus 20 plus 5. And I do want to write this over here using the distributive property just to have this practice. 6,000 plus 700 plus 20 plus 5. So 3 times 6,000 is 18,000 plus 3 times 700, which is 2,100, plus 3 times 20, which is 60, plus 3 times 5, which is 15. Okay, now we just have to add all those together. Okay, so I'll line it up vertically. You could probably do this in your head. $20,175. That's what we usually do when we write it like this. We're really doing that when we go through the problem step by step by step and we borrow and write the numbers above. It's the same type thing, but we're just using the distributive property for this. All right.